I am the founder of I Can't Quit and the Marathon Method, and I want to be crystal clear about something, and this might get a bunch of real estate agents to hang up as I say it. If you're still bragging that you've been in real estate for 15 years and you're still grinding out transactions, that's not something I'd be bragging about. Let me tell you why. 20 years ago, I got into the insurance arena. And I made a decision once I read Cash Flow Quadrant, and I learned the difference between being an employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. I would no longer trade my hours for commission checks. I decided right then and there, made a huge decision, I'm going to be a business owner. And this gentleman connected me with this opportunity to where I could be a business owner. And I never looked back. Now I want to say this. I looked around and there were several people that were insistent that they would only do transactions and they wouldn't build a business. And I was like, whoa, 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 time out. You've got a platform here, bro, that you can build a business off of and do your transactions, but you're building towards your future. Those transactions are going to die. That's going to be it. You get paid once, done. Now we got a little residual income, I get it, but not building an asset. And I'm telling you, so many of them, I would say, you're going to wear yourself out. You're going to be sprinting in all the wrong directions. And that's when I started the marathon method. Because a marathon is not a sprint. It's nothing close to a sprint. Now, if you're an expert, yes, you're sprinting. But for the 99% of us, we're not sprinting. We are keeping a pace to where we can go across the finish line at 26.2 miles. That's what it's all about. So I developed this method, and everybody that was around me, I said, listen, you're going to get tired. And here's the deal with being employed and self-employed. There's no difference. Now, I know you're excited and you're fired up and you're bragging how you're self-employed and nobody tells you what to do. You are kind of sort of correct. There's a problem with that. If you get sick, if you go on vacation, you're unemployed. You are unemployed. And these fools are giving us a platform to build a business off of, and you're not taking advantage of it. Now, I convinced a lot of people to build a business, but many did not. Years later, so many people that, I told them you were going to burn out, they would quit, they would find another insurance gig. They would quit that one, they'd find another one. They'd quit that one, they'd find another one. Eventually, they just worked their way out of the deal, and they're doing something completely different. And they say stupid things like, I just didn't have a passion for insurance. Neither did I, bro. You should have listened to me. I was able to sell my company for multi-millions. We were doing the same thing. So let's fast forward. Fast forward 20 years, I sell that company. Thank you, God. Thank you to all the people that helped me get there. I'm not worthy. I barely graduated high school. Fast forward 20 years, and I'm inside Daniel Ng's office, and he's showing me a platform. And I am smiling ear to ear. Because I really didn't get into real estate to build anything. I just really wanted to find a group of people, flip some homes, have some fun. And this man is showing me this business model. And I was like, this is the exact same business model that I had in insurance. And I said to him, I'm betting you that the majority of the real estate agents on your team are not taking advantage of this business model. And he said, yes, you are correct. I said, that's what I figured. It's sad. I texted my pastor, unbeknownst to Daniel. He did not know I did this, but under the desk, I texted my pastor and I said, I found it. Now, my pastor, Pastor Tim Goad, he didn't know I was looking for anything. He goes, what'd you find? I said, I found another way where we can build another community. We can build another business. Not to sell, I've already made the money. But this time, you and I are going on a mission. And as long as there's air in our lungs, we're going to tell people the most incredible, baddest business building opportunity here at EXP. And I'm not stopping. Now, slow down. I interview a lot of people. In fact, I just got through interviewing. That's why I was almost late to this one. And sure enough, yeah, I've heard of EXP. I heard what y'all do. And I asked him a few questions. He did not. If you heard what we do and how it works and how the platform and how you can build a business, you would be here building a business. Your broker has gotten in your head because he or she doesn't want you building and having some ownership. Kind of sad. And you've bought into it. Because so many people I talk to, I get text messages all the time. Like they'll be on my calendar to interview with me. And they will respond to my text and say, hey, yeah, I noticed you were the XP. I'm not interested in the XP. I'm not interested in recruiting. We don't recruit. We train, we develop, we build. We train people. We train them to be better fathers, mothers, sisters, uncles. We train them and equip them to be better leaders. Yes, we're recruiting, but it's not a recruiting company. We're training them how to be better people. And most importantly, do something you're not doing right now at your current broker. And let me be clear, if you're going to brag about being in real estate for 15 years, grinding and doing transactions, that's not something I would brag about, especially when we have a model like this that's been given to us on a silver platter. And you can take advantage of it the same way I took advantage of it in insurance. You can leverage everybody around you. You can leverage great people around you, phenomenal people. I am impressed every time I meet a new leader inside of EXP. And by a new leader, someone that has over 1,000 people on their team. Now, these aren't the teams that most people are used to. I've done all my investigating and I've looked at all the companies out there. I don't know why you would join a team, give half your commission away, because chances are the first 2 or 3 or 4 deals you do is from your sphere of influence anyhow, and you just gave half your commission away, plus you had to give a commission to the brokerage. Not cool. Not cool at all. In our platform, you just give a split to the brokerage. It's 20%. You get 80, they get 20. Now, after you do 5 or 6 deals, you get 100%. Boom. Not bad. We call it capping. You get to cap out after 5, maybe 6 deals, depending on what market you're in. You cap out. So, I understand what it takes to, and here's a question I always ask in insurance, and I'm asking real estate people. In fact, the interview I just did, I said, why don't you build? I'm just not ready yet, is what he said to me. I said, what are you not ready to do? I said, well, for starters, you said you've been doing real estate for 4 years. He said, yes. Keep in mind, I was doing real estate for about 10 minutes, and I invited about 15 to 20 people. And I literally maybe didn't do it at 10 minutes. And I'll explain how I was able to do that. So, and he says, I'm just not ready. I said, what do you need to get ready for? He goes, well, I just feel like I need to be better at transactions. I said, okay. Outside of that, why wouldn't you do it? He goes, really, truthfully, I need to make money. Aha. Okay. So people get addicted to transactions. It's like some drugs in their veins, man. It's quick, and it leaves their body quick. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. I need a transaction so bad. Problem is, it leaves your bank account just as quickly because it's just a transaction. It's just a commission check. I want you to have ownership, not commission checks. Please, this is not theory. I've done this. I did it in a completely different industry, and I'm doing it over here. And yes, I did some transactions just so when I'm talking to real estate agents and they get all, well, y'all don't even do, y'all do is recruit. We're the #1 brokerage in the world. So no, we're doing transactions. However, I wanted to be able to get just as cocky as you in your answer and say, hey, listen, I did transactions too. It ain't that hard. Relax. I know you think you're a doctor of real estate because you've been doing this 15 years. Please understand, it's not that difficult, especially in our model. Especially in our model. So I said to him, and I'm not going to try to convince him against his will on the telephone, but I said to him, I said, hey, come meet our team this Wednesday at 11 a.m. I just want you to meet everybody. And we got to talking a little bit more, and he asked a few more questions. Lo and behold, he also used to do insurance. Hello. So we talked about that. I said, did you build a business over there? He said, no, I wrote policies. We don't call them transactions, we call them writing policies. Now, I didn't ask him his age, but here's, my heart's breaking. I promise you this guy's as talented as me, but he's not building an asset to sell. Do you want to have a life where you can look back and say, hey, I've got this asset to sell? Or do you want to look back and say, look at all the training. I did real estate for 50. What do you want? You want something that can change your family's tree forever? It's mind-boggling. But I'm telling you, you're addicted to the transaction because it's quicker. You get paid quicker. So that's why I developed the marathon method. So most agents are sprinting. They're not building. If you're chasing leads, if you're chasing transactions in time, you're going to burn out, okay? The real opportunity is in ownership. That's the real opportunity. And if your broker has gotten into your head that all we do is recruit, I'm here to tell you, we build assets. We build a business that can forever change your life. The marathon method gives you a system to where you can have predictable income. I watch salespeople and they live like this. Let me ask you a question. If you're having a bad week, or a bad month, or a bad 3 months when it comes to transactions, how you doing? How are things going? How's your marriage? I know you're probably one of those ones that say, I don't miss any of my kids, this or that. Are you present with them? Like, for real? You're having a bad quarter, 3 months. How are things going? I know how it's going because I've been in sales. It's a roller coaster. Now let's change that scenario. You have a bad week, a bad month, a bad quarter. But you have 500 people on your team. Answer me. How you doing? How's it going? How's your family life? Hey, when you're at your kids' stuff, are you at their stuff present? You got 500 people on your team doing transactions. Yes, you're having a bad quarter. How does it feel now? See, it feels differently, right? So we have a platform where we can build a real business. And we can train people, not just to do transactions, man. We will train you how to do transactions. I think we're the best. I don't think anybody's better. However, we're going to train you how to be a better mother, a better father, a better sister, a better husband, a better wife, a better leader. I don't train on coaching, on closing skills. I train on activity. With the marathon method, I teach you to put the numbers in your favor. Everybody that I interview, everybody will tell me this, especially right now. Yeah, I've got some buyers that are just not real committed. If I could just convince them. Yeah, my sellers, they're unrealistic. They're stuck in 2022, 2023. They're stuck. And then, no. You don't have a buyer problem. You don't have a seller problem. You have a number problem. You have an activity problem, and I can help you solve that. I can help you solve it with building an asset, and I can help you solve it with transactions. And I will never have to teach you a closing skill again. I don't teach on closing. If you want to go, there's 2,000 gurus out there on closing. I think they're all garbage. Sorry. Put the numbers in your favor. Play the numbers. You can't beat the numbers. Numbers can't beat you. So, show me a business where you can build a business, and I'm in. I'll join. But if not, come join my business, because you can build a business over here, and you can get lucky like I did. Barely graduated high school. Did a lot of drugs in high school, got in a lot of trouble, recovered alcoholic, life's a jacked up mess. I could go on and on and on. I got lucky because I saw a platform just like this and I went after it. Now there's a lot more I want to teach you. I want to talk to you one-on-one. Reach out to me. Go to my calendar. You can go to ican'tquitlife.com, ican'tquitlife.com. Scroll down a little bit. You'll see my calendar. I want to talk to you one-on-one. I want to get you to understand that you can still do your transactions, and we're the best at it. I'm telling you, the people that we have on our team are absolutely phenomenal. The love, the support. Like when I came in here, I didn't know real estate. And I went to Daniel and I said, Daniel, I don't know real estate. He said, don't worry, my friend. He goes, I've built a network where we all serve each other. And I said, yeah, I've heard that garbage before. I didn't say that to him, but in my head, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that. Boy, was he right. The amount of people that would answer their phone. I got this guy named TC. He'll answer his phone if he's in a dentist chair. I'm like, bro, you didn't have to answer your phone. You could have waited. He goes, well, I know you're new, and I know you're out in the field, and I know you're trying to figure things out. Answered my phone. He's not on my team. He never earns money when I do stuff, other than he wants to help the community, because one day he's going to have someone on his team that I'm going to be able to help. See, if he builds me up, that's Daniel's philosophy, build everybody up around you, and everybody will be better. And then so TC and so many people have helped build me up and lift me to where now I can help them. Because now I get to say to them, hey, transactions ain't that hard. It's all good. You need to train on leadership skills. But we got transactions. We'll teach you. We'll show you. We'll show you the way. It works. Please reach out to me. There's a lot more to share with you. Let me just back up. We have ample training for you. If you're brand new to real estate, just like I was, there is no better place than this place right here, because everybody helps you. Because of the network that Daniel has built, because of the network that EXP has built, everybody's out to help everybody. The way that we get to team up and partner with people, unheard of, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like I can team up with the GOAT of EXP. I think he's the GOAT because I think he's wonderful, and I've met the man, and he's there when you're talking to him. He's present. You know why? He ain't worried about a transaction. He's worried about making the person in front of him or her better. And I get to be on the same team with this deal. Like he can train my people on my team. It's crazy what we can do here. This, in 2008, which most of you know is a bad economy, my wife and I made $414,000 in insurance. And we had only been there 2 years. We built the foundation for 2 years. And in 2008, we exploded. How did we explode during a horrible economy? How? Because we built the foundation. That's what you and I are going to do. Give me 90 days in my coaching program, and I will teach you. We will radically change the next 2 years of your life. We start build you an asset of business. That one day, if you chose to sell it, you could sell it. But here's the great thing about EXP. You don't have to sell it. You can literally go on vacation. I met someone in Cabo, and she's like 7 or 8 above me in this business. And my wife started asking her questions. And finally she goes, listen, I got to be honest with both of you. I'm not going to tell you her name because I don't want to. But she said, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really work that much. I was like, that's cool. And her business is exploding. Like I see her numbers every day. Every day, hundreds of people are being added to her company. And you want to do transactions when you're her age? Or do you want to live like her at her age? It's up to you. I want to teach you. I want to help you. I'm on a mission. And the great news is my man Daniel Ing's on the same mission with me. When I met him, he said, listen, I want to help 2 to 3 generations of people. I said, yes, let's you and I go do this thing. Reach out to me, ican'tquitlife.com, ican'tquitlife.com. Get on my calendar. I want to talk to you one-on-one. I want to help you understand. Listen, if you've been told that you don't know EXP, because if you knew EXP, I promise you would be here. Because once you see what you can do on this platform and how you can build, you would be here. Go get yours. I'm definitely getting mine. Adios.